So let's react to this England team for the Japan game. For me, this was the perfect game to try a few new players, to see if there's other talent out there to complement this Borthwick team, which seems to be very much solidified now. A lot of these players have played virtually every game of this Autumn Nations. And the thing for me is, what else is there to learn from this game by playing a lot of the same players? They've played 3 of the big boys already. In fact, the sponsor of this video, Sports News Blitz, have a great article out by Barnaby van Hoeken, who basically says, what are the 5 things we learnt from South Africa? And they learnt loads of great things from these games. What more can they learn from Japan? Maybe even beating Japan. Are they going to think they're better than they actually are? And then when they face the big boys again, are those cracks papered over, if you like? So I don't really agree with sticking with a lot of these players. There's players that haven't been given a chance, and this was a great chance. I know you don't want to lose to Japan. We've never lost to Japan, but these are the games in which you can do this. We've got teams like South Africa who are trying loads of different players and maybe sacrificing some continuity to get the depth. England are going kind of the opposite and really sticking to a lot of core players. So anyway, let's get into this team. We do have a change at fullback. George Furbank in for Stewart. I think it's the right call for this game, certainly. It's a quick game. You need a counter-attacking fullback. That is Furbank, not Stewart. They seem to be the 2 fullbacks that he wants. The issue is they're 2 completely different fullbacks, so you can't make an interchange and play the same sort of game and expect the same sort of strengths. It's a bit of a strange one. Anyway, onto the wings. We'll work backwards this time. Tommy Freeman on the wing again. I think we know what he's all about. He's great in the air. He's got some good D. He's not amazingly quick. In this game, I want to see him beat defenders and cause some havoc, but we've seen him 3 times in a row. Surely the time is to either have him on the bench and come on at 13 or start at 13, because in the centres, it's the same guys, Slade and Lawrence. Yes, having time together is great, but we need some depth. What if one of these guys is injured in the Six Nations? We haven't looked at Northmore, Lazowski or Freeman in there. It seems to be a bit short-sighted. So yeah, I am a bit frustrated, as you can tell. Slightholme getting another run. That's a good call. He's very exciting in attack. I want to see him again beating players. Let's watch his defence. That is the area that seems to be the area to develop. Borthwick sticking with Jack van Poortvliet. Now, has he come back a little bit too soon from injury? Or is he just not quite good enough for this level? I'm not sure. I think he's a solid all-round player. I haven't seen anything special from him in an England shirt so far. Maybe this will be his breakthrough game. I do hope so. I'm not sure. I don't know what Ben Spencer has done wrong. Randall on the bench. Yeah, if Randall was going to start a game, I think this would be the game. But maybe there is some movement in these 9s. Maybe there's going to be new 9s coming in. Will Porter looked amazing for the A's. Would have loved to see him in this game, but we don't see any A players moved up to this game. I think it would have been a great opportunity. Smith, I think he's been very good, cementing his status as number 1. Yeah, he's not perfect, but he makes stuff happen. He's really the main guy there. And we've got Finn Smith on the bench, which is the right call. We need to give him some reps, so happy with that one. But again, Ellis Genge, he's played a lot of reps. We've seen him. He's done some good stuff, made a lot of errors. We know what he's all about. This is a great start for Finn Baxter, but he's not been given it. He started in the summer, so I don't know quite what's wrong there. But anyway, Jamie George again. Okay, he's the captain, I get it. But on the bench, Cowan Dickey, maybe he is a better scrummager, and that's why he played against South Africa. But if Theo Dan's not injured, this is the perfect game to play Theo Dan. Smaller, quicker, explosive. So that one doesn't make any sense unless he's injured. Now, I do see the point of Will Stewart starting again. He's kind of our only Premier tight head. He's come good in these Autumn Internationals, so fair play to him. And we see Asher Apoko-Fajor on the bench, covering tight head. He played loose head for the A's, tight head here, and it seems to be a guy who can play both sides. Absolutely, if that's what you're going to go for, that's fantastic. Very excited to see him come on. He's a good scrummager. Obviously, Japan aren't the biggest scrummagers, so he should do pretty well there. And let's see what he can do around the park. He is definitely a guy we need to train at some point in tight head and loose head by the looks of it. But here, tight head. Second row replacement, Nick Ezekwe. Fine, but we could have had Alex Coles coming on for Atoje and Martin. Atoje and Martin have had a lot of reps. Martin's a big banger, although we haven't seen him particularly in this autumn. He's been okay. Itoje's had good moments, but also made some bad judgments as well. So ideally, we would have Chesham there. The next most athletic second row really is Alex Cole. So not sure why he's not playing. Why are you excluding these players when we've played the 3 big games already? We know what Nick Ezekwe can do. We know what Itoje and Martin can do. So I don't really get that. Cunningham South as an impact sub, absolutely fine. He could come on at 6 and 8. Again, hasn't set the world alight in this period. They have sped up the back row, which I think is the right call. They've gone for Curry, Underhill and Earl, which is a lot quicker than, say, Cunningham South in the back row. But you've got a perfect blindside staring you in the face, who's quick, who's strong, big ball carrier, great in the lineup. Yes, you know who I'm going to say, of course. It's Ted Hill. If you're playing Ted Hill bingo, there you go. I've mentioned him, of course. But this is the perfect game. What has he done wrong? If he's not injured, it almost seems crazy not to play him. Let me know if you disagree, because I don't see the logic in rushing back Tom Curry straight in there at 6 when you've got Ted Hill, who is a class 6, potentially a world-class 6. That seems just nuts to me. So yeah, I'm a bit frustrated here. Let me know if I should be much more positive. England should win, and if they do win, what does that mean? I don't know. I think we needed to see some more experimentation in this game to move forward. Anyway, pop all those comments below. Love to know what you think of this team. Like, subscribe, that would be great, and I'll catch you next time.